Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to set up my August business budget and all of the things that I'm going to be tracking for my business. It is obviously very early, but I am going to be releasing this kit in my Etsy shop, and so I wanted to kind of show you guys how I'm gonna use it before I have it up so that you guys kind of see what my intentions are. I will have this available for August and also September on Sunday. And I wanted to just, again, show you guys how I plan to use it so you can kind of see if this will work for you and your business. So a little background, if this is completely new to you, if you have no idea who I am, what I do. My name is Sarah. I am currently a full-time Etsy shop owner and YouTuber. That is what I'm doing as like my normal 9-to-5 type of job. I seriously enjoy it. It is my first official month, like July is my first official month of doing just this. In the past, I was an accountant, so budgeting and finances, that's all something that I'm very familiar with. But in July, I did not have this available. And the reason why is because I really wanted to see, with this big change, like going from this being my side business to this being like my full-time business and what I'm really depending on, like my family's depending on this money, I wanted to see like how I wanted to track things. And I feel like I finally have a good system. So before I just release this in my shop, I wanted to give you guys an idea of how I'm gonna set it up and how I'm gonna use it. So I have a couple extra pages in my planner. I have this page, this page, this page, and this page left over in my planner without, like that's aside from the pages that I use for my like personal budget. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up the way that I plan to use it. And again, hopefully it will be helpful for you guys and you can use it for your own business if that's something that you guys have or are working towards. So on this page here, I'm gonna set up my actual budget. So this is the business budget that I came up with. You guys probably can't see it on the camera because of my lights, but it does say August business budget. And then it says revenue sources, total revenue, expenses. So you have both regular expenses, like the regular expense strips, or you could split it up between variable and fixed. I have estimated profit, actual profit, estimated taxes withheld. So this would be like my idea of what I'm going to have to pay, but then this would be like what I actually withheld. Estimated take-home pay, actual take-home pay. So that's kind of what I set up there. And then I have business expenses, so I'm gonna have 2 different columns to track business expenses. And then we have a section for estimated taxes because I do pay estimated taxes quarterly, and so I have to pay it to both federal and state. So I wanted to have lines so I could track like basically kind of like a sinking fund for it, but like what I started with, what I added, if I paid anything through to the government or to the state, and then what's left over at the end of the month. And then I wanted to have a year to date, like what I've paid in taxes. So again, I'm gonna set this up for you guys, give you an idea of how I'm gonna use it. This is definitely like more of a extra video because I wasn't really planning on doing a video on Saturday, but I really want to get this set up and show you guys how I plan to use it before I just have it up in my shop, because I feel like that might be a little bit confusing. So I did do something similar for July. It just wasn't as put together as this, I guess. And it's been working out really nice. I love that I have pretty much everything that I need on 2 pages, but I wanted to make some tweaks to it because I wanted it to be like more of a business budget and not so much like a household budget. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and put our August business budget up at the top. This again is very early. I normally don't set up my August budget for a while. And for revenue, let's go ahead. Let me look really quickly at how many spaces I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last month I left myself 6 spaces. So we're gonna do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm actually going to split my business expenses into both fixed and variable, because that just seems to work a little bit better with me. It gives me more room, which is something that I definitely need. So really quickly, I'm just gonna go ahead and draw in some lines because I feel like it just doesn't feel complete until that part is done. So again, this is my full-time thing now, so keeping track of what I'm spending for my business is really important. Anything that I spend, obviously, is tax deductible for my business, but the issue with doing that and like thinking that way is that then you're not bringing home as much, and that's something that definitely matters to me. So again, you could do this in Excel. This is not necessary to make it cute, but I am a paper, pen, and sticker type of girl, so I definitely need it to look cute if I'm gonna stay interested in it. And I can tell you right now, this entire month of July, I have been on top of my business expenses. Every time I buy something, sticker, paper, whatever, I have been recording it right away. And I'm telling you, the reason why that is because I have it looking cute. So do what works best for you, but stickers, doing it on paper, it's my thing. So anyway, okay, so I need to put in my categories, and I probably should have wrote these things out ahead of time. I did not do that yet. Okay, so fixed expense. I'm gonna do that really quickly off camera just because it'll be easier, and then I will pop back in when they're all filled out and show you guys the rest of it. Okay, so those are all of my categories. I have them, again, split between fixed and variable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and draw in some of my lines. I messed up with the dental insurance, but that's okay. That's why whiteout was invented, right? Okay, so some of the expenses that I have, just really quickly, I feel like this kind of helps with knowing what I'm doing here. So I obviously have an Etsy business. I do stickers, which is what you guys see here. So I have sticker paper, I have to mail them out. So I have mailers, plastic bags, blades for cutting, cutting mats, designs, shipping labels, which is basically like the Dymo labels. I use HP Instant Ink. I have a miscellaneous category because there's always something that like randomly comes up that doesn't fit in that category. Our health and dental insurance is ran through my business. Same with retirement once I figure out what I'm gonna do for a retirement plan. I also have Epic Sound, which is the music and stuff that you hear through my videos, an icon subscription because I'm hopefully gonna get icons out for you guys at some point, and then Apple storage for just like having extra storage for my computer and stuff. So those are my main expenses. So now I'm gonna put down a spot here where I can put what I think my profit is going to be. And in my mind, and this, again, this might not be the most accurate way of doing it, but in my mind, this is how it's gonna work. So this estimated profit is going to be all of my revenue minus my variable expenses minus my fixed expenses, and that amount will be right here. Then I want to take my estimated taxes. So I mentioned this in another video, but I'm going to be sitting down with my tax lady, and she's going to give us a good idea of like what percent we need to start saving. So I don't know what that percentage will be. I'm hoping that she can take a look at what we're spending and all of that and get an idea of like, okay, maybe it's 30%. So then I'll do, okay, 30% times whatever this estimated profit would be, and that's what our estimated taxes would be. Obviously, once I know what my expenses are, it'll be easier to do the actual profit part. Okay, then I'm gonna have at the very bottom this, and I might move that one down a little bit since I have some more room, but let me just put this one down first so I know where I can put it. So then this will be my estimated take-home pay, which again will just be what my estimated profit is minus my estimated taxes, and that is what I will estimate to bring home. In my mind, that is kind of how I've been doing it from the very beginning, and so that is how I designed this kit. I feel like everybody kind of does their own thing when it comes to how they think about budgeting. So this might not be for everybody, but this is what I'm gonna be doing. So I will offer this kit for people if that is something that you want to do. But I just wanted like all of these things laid out very clearly so I know exactly what is going on. So now I was able to have everything on one page, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, so then on the next page, I'm gonna have a couple things. I am going to have a spot for my business expenses, and then I think I might do my estimated taxes on the same page because I think I'll have plenty of room for that, but we'll kind of see. So the nice thing about the business expenses is that it's kind of set up so that you can have two separate running totals. I don't need a description. I honestly just need the category, because if it's mats, I know that it's a mat. If it's miscellaneous, then you might need a little bit more explanation behind it, but I'm just gonna go with it as, you know, if it's miscellaneous, and maybe I could write a little note right on top of the category or something. So again, 2 columns, which will be perfect. Again, I wanted to try and get this on 2 pages just so I can see everything in one spot. So I'm gonna put my business expenses up here. And then I'll draw in some lines, but before I do that, I should probably do my estimated taxes at the bottom. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, I think this will be plenty of room for me. We'll see though. Okay, so I need, and I'm obviously using a lot of space by putting in washi, but you don't have to do that. I just like to do it because it makes it look cute. So I'm gonna put in this section here so I can basically track all of what I'm doing for taxes. And I'll set it up for you guys in just a second so you can kind of get a better idea of how I'm gonna be doing it. So again, I'm gonna need a spot for federal and then for state. So I'm gonna leave 2 spaces open there. Put my total in here. I can put in federal and then state. And state. And draw in some lines, because that is what I have to do. It does not feel right to me if I don't. So this again is going to be very similar to what I would have like a sinking fund set up as. So for federal and state, because I'm doing estimated taxes, every month I'm going to be putting aside a certain amount. That's why I need that percentage. So what I'm going to do is, for federal, let's say I put $1,000 aside. And then during the month, let's say I have income of $1,000 and I think I need to do 30%, so I need to add in $300. I didn't pay anything that month for estimated taxes, so I end up with $1,300 here. That's kind of the way that I'm gonna do it, because again, I pay estimated taxes quarterly, so I will always have a balance unless it's one of the months where I need to pay, and then the ending balance would be 0 that month. I also wanted to put together something where I could do my, let's see, am I gonna have space to do this? I also wanted, I might not have space to do that. Darn it, I should have moved it up more. That's okay. I guess I could put them like right on top of each other. But I wanted to, I also want to track like what I've paid year to date. I think I might have an issue doing that though, unless I like put them right on top of each other, and I really don't want to do that. But maybe I'll do it like this. This is not the ideal setup. I didn't leave enough space, but you kind of learn as you go. So I'm gonna put this right towards the bottom just so I have more space. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in I'm not sure if I want to do it on this page. But I'm gonna do it for now. But I might move this to the next page because I do have extra pages. I'm just not sure how I want to do that. So I'm gonna put in federal here. And then state. And draw in a little line here just to kind of break it up. And that's where I would put like, okay, again, this is kind of like a sinking fund setup, but this is what I actually paid. So let's say that I paid $1,000 to federal and $250 to state for the entire year. I put that there. As soon as I take money out of this little sinking fund, then those two numbers would be added to this amount. So I'm basically just wanting to keep track of what I've paid in estimated taxes for the year so far. That's just something nice to have, because when I get to December or January or whenever I'm filing taxes, I want to kind of see what I've already paid in, just so I can like reconcile between what, you know, what we're saying that we did and what my records show. It's just another double check. So that is how I'm going to be setting up my business budget going forward. Like I said, I definitely could leave myself some space there and then have this look a little bit cleaner, but it's going to work for August, and I think this is really going to work with how I like to keep track of things. Again, I really like to see things all together like this, because I feel like it just pulls it all together for me. I like to see my expenses right next to my budget so I can see if I'm on track. So I'm just kind of glad that I have this all ready and set to go. And as you know, we get closer to August, I can fill in my amounts and do that kind of stuff. But that is how I intended the kit to kind of lay out. Again, it will be up on Sunday if you guys want to pick it up. And you could definitely do that. It will be available for August and also for September. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me set this up. Again, I think that this is going to work perfectly for me and my business, but if it doesn't work perfectly for you, I totally understand that. It's just, you have to figure out what works best for you. That's the main thing. And so if you can piece other kits together and make it work, that's great. If you want to use this complete kit and have like the taxes and all of that together, that's also great, but you just have to find what works best for you and your business. Anyway, that is my setup. I hope you guys enjoyed it again, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.